Hi, I'm Carol Jurgensen-Sheets, aka Carol the Coach, and I wanted to talk to you today about how you can support your spouse as he or she works through the trauma of the infidelity in your relationship. You know, they can call it an intimate deception, partner betrayal, and what I know to be true is that this is probably the worst thing that has ever happened to her. And so I want to encourage you to be able to support her in a way that, lets her know that you recognize the devastation that you caused. Now, the truth of the matter is, there are no words to really express the pain she feels. But with your support, with your acknowledgement, with your validation and reassurance, she can get better. And that's what she needs from you, to know that you are absolutely there for her. You know, I run a men's group of sex addicts, and they help each other to be real. They help each other to look at this devastation from the eyes of a partner. I teasingly say, those wristbands that say, "What would Jesus do?" Well, I want you to imagine your band says, "What would my wife want me to do?" Because when your spouse has been betrayed and you two are working together to get healthy, what she wants to know is that you are going to make the best choices ever to renew the relationship in a way that brings safety and trust and truth. So just imagine, if you would, we're in a band. I know that oftentimes I recommend a book that helps you to not be negative. And you wear a purple band around your wrist, and every time you're negative, you switch the band to the other arm. Well, that might not be such a bad idea, that you get yourself a rubber band, and when you have said something callous, or maybe not callous, but maybe just not thoughtful, maybe you get discouraged and you say, "Are you ever going to forgive me?" Or, "How long am I going to have to keep talking about this?" You can say, "Hey, I'm switching that band because I shouldn't have said that." So think about a rubber band and put it on your wrist and flip it every time you are not sympathetic to her plight, empathetic, putting yourself in her shoes, and not really being there for her. There's another technique that I advise, and I do this in all marital therapy, but especially with partners and sex addicts because they have been through such betrayal. I say, ask for a do-over. Whenever you've made a poor choice, and I don't mean cheating, I mean a poor choice like bringing up something too late in the evening so that it starts a dialogue that you shouldn't be having before you go to bed. Or you forget to call her on your way home, and that was a poor choice because you said you would do that. Or you have an agreement to timestamp where you are and you space it. You leave your phone at home. Those kinds of poor choices, you ask and request for a do-over. Let me restate that, honey. I really meant to say to you that I know that it's going to be a while before you can trust me again. And I can appreciate the fact that I caused this, and now I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it up to you. Because I am working on recovery, and this is going to make me a better man. or woman, depending on who the sex addict is. So, okay, you got the rubber band exercise. You've got the what would your wife want you to do exercise. You've got the may I request a do-over? Do-overs are great when you've used a harsh tone, or when you've been unsympathetic, or when you realize that you weren't communicating in a way that created connection. Instead, you kind of push that person away with your anger, irritation, or frustration. So don't underestimate the power of a do-over. Now, if you ask for a do-over and she says, heck no, I'm not giving you a do-over. I'm sick and tired of you doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. No do-overs. Let that go. What you're supposed to be working on is de-escalating conflict, because she can't help but be traumatized. Remember, there's that part of the brain that goes into fight, flight, or freeze, the amygdala. And it again sends messages to the singular insula, which screams rejection. And it screams emotions. And then those emotions go to the prefrontal cortex, and executive functioning, reasoning, intellectualizing, and thinking go out the window. And when she can't think through things, not only does she not feel safe because of what has occurred in her past, but now she doesn't feel safe because her brain won't help her. And you got to help get her brain online. And you can do that. And when you do that, she feels better, you feel better, the coupleship is better, and you're on your way to a better relationship. That's my promise to you. So practice these exercises and send me a message to Carol at carolthecoach.com and let me know how they've changed your life. I'm writing a book right now on empathy, and it should be released by the end of the year. And I think it'll really help the both of you to feel like you have some power in making a difference in each other's lives. Make it a great week. Practice your skills, because when you work it, it works.